Hi, what's up? This is Matt,
This is Owen.
and we're doing a commentary. The two of us just talking about sort of all the references that happened in the movie, and about what it was like to act together in this film. Those goggles and that tie. The goggles are sort of a hacker's thing.
I thought they were just there to be something to look at.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, I used to like goggles because I saw the guys in Hackers wearing goggles. At least I think it was Hackers.
So that's a reference.
Well, that's the reason why I like goggles. And then us wearing ties, I don't know where that came from, apart from... Whose idea was that?
Well, yours, but the idea is just to make us look like adults, right? That's what kids do to dress up as adults.
Yeah.
They put on a suit and tie, and then you're a grown-up.
You should stand closer to the mic, because you're not...
That's fine. I'm not saying anything interesting, but all right.
Yeah, sure you will. That camera that kid Patty has is like clearly like a Sony or something Handycam, which was the exact camera I had when I was that age. Like in that exact pouch, and I would walk around with these things strapped on just going to film. Although I don't think I was that young. This kid's way ahead of his time. Those jeans are the same jeans that I wore through every single episode of Nirvana the Band, the show. And when I first started wearing those jeans, they were not destroyed. In fact, I'm wearing those jeans right now because we're shooting stuff for the DVD today, and I thought I would need to wear my costume. That kid in the background's pretty excited about
These kids because of I don't know if they would have thought we were in high school or adults, but just the idea of older kids coming up to you and swearing a lot. You feel like the coolest kid in the world.
Oh, wait a minute. I was supposed to be talking about the influences. Jared, we need the volume up on this. We need to be able to hear this. That reference that I make to Irreversible was a movie that I saw when I was in film school, and I just thought it was the most badass movie I'd ever seen in my life. And then that Usual Suspects line is... just like a kid misinterpreting the Usual Suspects. That scene during the interrogation where they're like, "Give me the keys, you cocksucker motherfucker." And then these guys just reiterating it over and over and over again. You can turn it down a bit. That It Gets Better is obviously about gay bullying and what they say to people about I thought it was gay bullying, but I guess it's any kind of bullying.
No, you're right though. More so than others. That's what Rick Mercer always talks about.
Gets better.
It gets better.
This voice that I'm doing is from the Call of Duty game. It's the character.
That's the thing. This always gets called a train spotting reference, which it is, but it's also Generation Kill and video games.
Much closer to Generation Kill because the snipers, they'd have one guy spotting and one guy with the gun. And
Romeo Actual, all that stuff.
Romeo Actual, yeah, all those things. Exactly. The Romeo Actual stuff is straight out of Generation Kill.
That's basically the scene where they accidentally blow up that Afghani village and kill all those innocent people.
Yeah, exactly. See, you can tell Owen and I are both huge Generation Kill.
David Simon
fans.
No references to Treme in this movie, though.
Look, I hope people are watching you when you do that little move there. If you haven't, rewind this and watch what Owen does when he's against the wall and I say, okay, we're detectives. This is clearly a Pulp Fiction reference. Should I be calling out even the most obvious references? That jacket I'm wearing is a Tyler Durden-esque jacket from Fight Club. I found it in a secondhand store and I was like, oh man, it's so cool. It's like Tyler Durden. Although in retrospect, it's more like a lady's coat.
And then I'm obviously wearing the Jackie Chan shirt.
So that scene that we just did is actually stolen directly out of a home video from, I think maybe it was the Columbine tapes of... what were you about to say?
Sort of cut you off. I just remembered something. My friend watched the movie last week and asked me if this was based on my life. And I forgot that I got mugged with my friends outside of Mississauga City Hall in grade 9. And a guy... I had my wallet in my hand, and he grabbed my hand with the wallet in it, and we did a tug of war, let go of my hand for 10 minutes until he raised his other hand and said, "Do you want to do this the easy way or the hard way?" And
after 10 minutes, I'd say he chose the hard way.
10 clearly is an exaggeration, but it was long. It was a long time. It was a protracted moment. And then afterwards, all my friends made fun of me for how I got punked, but they also just stood there and watched their friend get mugged.
Bullying. They were bystanders.
They were bystanders. That's right.
But yeah, anyway, that scene of us walking down the hall, that exact same thing happens in a home videotape of Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold. They're just walking by, and then these bullies walk by and then push one of them while they're actually filming it.
Really?
Yeah, it's almost the exact same angle too.
What advice do you have for people who get bullied a lot?
I like the gold keys that this girl has as a necklace. They're so cool.
This is Jared's teacher, right?
Yeah, Jared. This is a guy named Mr. Fewings, who is Jared's one of the cooler teachers at Jared's school. And this is actually inside the school where you and I were students for 5 days or something like that.
That's right. I learned a lot.
Yeah, we learned a lot in those classes. Yeah, it must have been pretty exciting. I shouldn't say it must have been, because what I'm trying to say is it was pretty exciting.
This girl had some pretty outrageous stories.
What you don't realize is she's telling a story about a different school that she got transferred from that was super violent, and we cut it so it seemed like she was.
But I think people should know that was a real interview with a girl, because if those were lines fed to her about a bully punching a teacher in the face, it's the worst writing.
This is clearly a Being John Malkovich reference. And the idea, I think, is that Matt's only experience with a cross-dresser or with a man dressed as a woman was when he sees John Malkovich dressed as himself in that dream. And I thought that was pretty funny. Owen's playing Mario Kart there, which is Mario Kart 64, which I think all of us think is more or less the best video game. At least best action video game ever made. And then, I don't know if I should start talking about the references in this room. I mean, the OC.
They're sort of on the wall.
They're everywhere. Yeah.
If you miss them.
If you don't know them, but like,
then you were literally
OC season
blind.
1, I think we all think is like the best first season of a TV show ever. At least dealing with those issues.
The issues of if you're poor and you move to a
and
rich
you move from
neighborhood, and they really tackled those issues head on. Finally, that was my sister behind me. There, the
right there.
girl in the top left-hand corner. It's my sister.
She's so beautiful.
Well,
She is. She's so beautiful. I'm always asking.
she is beautiful and off limits.
I know. Oh, because she's young. You've got these other sisters too that are so beautiful. I'm always asking if I can date them, and Owen's always like, no, don't even talk to them. But
Yeah, that's true.
I'm biding my time. This guy, Alan, was one of the most interesting guys that we had act in the movie because he was just so method, I guess is the only way
He
to
was
say
really
it.
method. I was going to the bathroom, and he was there before this shoot, and he wouldn't break character, and I was really confused because I kept asking what it was like in high school, and he was like, it was really rough. Like, I fucked a lot of kids up, but like it's okay because like they let me off.
I love that shot of those guys combing their hair. This is so wicked.
Big Mac. Yeah, I was wondering why you shouted.
This is a clearly dubbed line. I don't know if you can tell. For some reason, I was not wearing a microphone in this scene. We would screw things up like that all the time and just forget which one of us was wearing a microphone and which wasn't.
Look at that guy next to me.
I know, it's crazy. He's just doing it. It's so weird. When I watch this stuff and it just paused there, I felt like I had paused it. Isn't that weird? Staring into a Final Cut screen. So this is actually the timeline of the movie. Like that is the real timeline, and I'm editing inside of it. We never seem to get any flack for that blackface stuff. That purple glove, I don't know what that's a reference to. I have no clue. But if for some reason it seemed like it was from something.
Just you want to taste the purple glove?
Taste
Yeah,
the purple
it seems
glove?
like it could be from any like shaft or.
Taste of purple glove.
It just seems to fit.
Yeah, we're trying to talk about sort of like the racism that kids kind of can get into innocently, which is sort of a complicated thing to deal with. But oh my God, Cajun's here! Wow, my one of my childhood friends just walked in the room.
Hey, Cajun.
Named Cajun. We're talking about the references in the Dirties for the DVD.
Flip your noodle is my girlfriend's favorite line in the movie.
Yeah, so that line when we say flip your noodle and I say it again, the only reason that we call attention to it is because Owen said it and it was so funny and we were all laughing at him for saying
Well,
such an
you
antiquated
told me to
term.
say it, and we said that we thought Matt was wasting a shot. We thought you were wasting a shot, and then you made fun of me for saying the line you forced me to say.
That's great comedy for me. That's one of my favorite tricks is to get somebody to do something and then on camera make fun of them for doing it. This, I think, if I had to pick, is probably my favorite scene in the movie. Because this is getting at all the best of being a student filmmaker. I'm doing, like, this is very real. Jay and I used to do background voices from video games like Fable was a big one, and Baldur's Gate we used to play all the time as kids. You never played these games, did you?
No. I totally understood that it was a video game reference, though. The idea you just roll into town, and I think everyone understands it. It's only that you're in your underwear that
You
really
can see that I've strapped the
scene
mic
work.
case to my crotch there. That little red light is the glowing recording light of the mic.
Oh man, 2 different shoes.
Yeah, and then I love this. See how you're looking at Kurt off screen? Like
I can't believe it, because you have to picture me, my vantage point, just looking straight up at your junk and trying to be in the scene.
those paintings in the background are by Evan's mom. They're all of her paintings are kind of like they're very cool. They're like sort of surreal landscapes of like parts of a city.
I know what we do. We will put a microphone on her locker.
Hear you laugh again for real.
That's not crazy.
That's not crazy. That's a Black Sad poster in the top right. That's an Icelandic poster in the bottom right. I'm just trying to point out everything
There goes Owen.
that we brought in and we thought would be cool.
Comics you can talk about.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
This is supposed to be Malcolm.
You do that walk from Malcolm.
This is the thing that Evan and I always thought was super funny. We were trying our best to put as much Malcolm X stuff in the movie as we could. I don't know why, but we thought the movie Malcolm X was hysterical. And mostly because it's such a piece of shit. And we thought this was super funny, this ridiculous walk that Denzel Washington does across, like, was it a street in Harlem or something like that?
Yeah, that's
It's
exactly
just
what it
so
is.
ludicrous that
Showing
people
him how to
take
be
that
cool.
movie seriously with scenes like that. But these characters are at an age where they think, oh yeah, Spike Lee, very good, very good. Like, where they think Spike Lee's a consummate filmmaker, and so on and so forth. In the background of that scene, you can see the champagne bottle that we're going to open up later, the mini bottle.
And that book that's propping up the TV screen is written by
Evan
Evan's
Morgan's
father.
dad, yeah.
International business organization guru Gareth Morgan. That's the German translation of his
Yeah, he's a best-selling author.
his quintessential text.
Okay.
So that cut there, like on the laughs, was the only way that cut would work. It never worked otherwise. It was actually impossible to get to this scene if it weren't for those laughs. Now here, this is a reference to a bunch of different things. So the big one is The Wire. We're acting like we're in characters in The Wire,
We're gonna go back. What? Listen.
but we're getting Muldoon to pretend like he's the principal in Rushmore.
Your own teacher's telling me to do you on this.
So that's that line. Your own teacher
And also that's Daniel.
and Lieutenant Daniels, where he's like, your own lieutenant is telling me, or your own something,
Deputy.
telling me, your own deputy is telling me to do ya on this. That's a line from season 1 of The Wire. And then give me your badges. That's just they say that in every cop movie. But really, it's Rushmore and The Wire.
Mr. Muldoon?
That guy was such a good sport. Dave Matheson, he had no clue what our plan was to like flip it around. And
Nor did I.
oh, you didn't know this either?
If you look at me, I'm real doe-eyed in this scene. Very confused at all times. Look at me. What are we doing, Matt?
Everybody was just kind of learning as we went. I think the only people who knew anything were me and Evan. Okay, we were debating before. What is this joke from? When you say it's stolen,
It's from the roast of Pamela Anderson.
Oh, that's what.
Someone
Miller
says
thought.
that Courtney Love is off in the background. Everyone's just destroying her and leaving Pam alone.
Have you tried her out?
So there's Laren. I remember we shot a bunch of these scenes. Every single one we tried to make. I'm in control. Tacitron. I love that you're wearing a shirt for like some kind of medicine.
It's supposed to look really cinematic. This shot, 'cause it's the last shot of the movie.
So was this? Did we steal this from something, guys? Anybody know if this is stolen? Like the guys in the graveyard. I remember we were trying to steal it from something, but
I'm thinking about.
we were gonna steal the final line from Casablanca, right? Except that we
Yeah.
never got to it. So after, like, I cut the take off, but really I say all these lines from Casablanca.
Celebrating finishing the movie. And we
You can
put
see
it at-
Andy's any id game like Wolfenstein or Doom. I think there's the no clipping code on there too. Here you can tell much more that like I'm doing a soap impression, and this is out of Call of Duty.
We go 3 footballs.
That's man. We should have done more of that stuff, like show how they cut scenes together of like the Dirties and them.
Right.
We only get a small little window into the.
You get this in the math. Well, you get enough though. This is all has both angles.
Yeah. Do you remember what it was like shooting this scene?
Yeah, we thought it was the best stuff ever.
Yeah.
Most of it was with a snake that we caught, and you just talking to the snake in a treehouse.
No, I'm talking about the scene with Matheson, not the scene inside the scene.
Oh, sorry. Oh, the scene
That's
with
me
Matheson.
doing a Joker from Dark Knight, although I say this in the movie, so you don't really need to hear me say it again in real life. I did this joke, and Owen pissed his pants. No, Evan pissed his pants, because Evan and I are always making jokes about The Dark Knight, which is another movie that is a total piece of shit. And we thought it was so funny that this guy's obsessed with Joker, and I was doing this Joker impression, and Evan died because he was the one shooting it.
That's right. We lost a few
move
takes
on.
that way.
We couldn't move on.
And
It
he
was
just kept
too
telling you
funny.
to do it again after we had it perfectly, just to see it again.
Just to see if I could. Because what's cool in that shot is that he throws the knife and catches it himself without looking at it.
What did Matheson think of? Because he didn't know what the Dirties was when he showed it to him.
Okay,
Miller
Miller just
Matheson.
asked us a question from off camera. What did Matheson think when he saw the movie? I guess I will answer that. Oh, I was saying he was shocked. I think he sort of he did not have the exact same reaction that he has in this scene, but it was similar. It was like, oh, I didn't realize that you were doing that. I didn't, when I was shooting it, I didn't know if I was being made fun of or what. But now I know. And he kind of left it ambiguous.
He's not getting made fun of at all.
No, not at all. I know.
At all.
He looks great. I like that this "Give me the keys, you cocksucker, motherfucker." They just completely confused what that means in the movie of The Usual Suspects, and they're using it as a catchphrase.
I like my my reading of that line. I couldn't remember the movie at all.
As Benicio del Toro?
Yeah.
Give me the keys.
Yeah, like you can tell what I'm trying to do. It's not a
Yes.
good impression, but you get it. That's about as good as my impressions get.
Yeah. Okay. You guys got to make some changes. That little move there where I go, wait, hold on. That's not me acting. I'm saying that because I feel like we've lost track in the scene, and I'm saying that about something else. I can tell that wasn't me trying to do a line, but we cut it in. There's my backpack in the background behind Matheson. Although I guess in this movie it's Owen's backpack.
This is excellent advice that he gives us. This improvised advice here.
Which is what? You got to make it PG-13?
Everything he's saying here. It's just is so empathetic. Like for a teacher to say this to students, this would be the best way to put it.
He's definitely letting us down easy.
Yeah.
This is the exact conversation I had with my media teacher, Miss Durst, when I was in grade 10. Identical. Where I'm like, come on, just let me do it. Take a risk. Take a chance with me. Take a chance with me. I wasn't so empathetic then.
He wasn't biting on that, eh?
But yeah, no. Mrs. Durst, no way. Oh man, I had to cut so much stuff out of my movies and comtech class.
Show me a better version without all that.
So sad. And I think for some reason that this is the most pain Matt feels all movie.
When we were shooting it, it seemed like it was going to be the saddest moment. We were concentrating on how upset and devastated we had to be. It doesn't actually. I don't think it reads that way. It mostly stays a comic moment the whole way. That beat.
I think
the
end,
beat where you're in the window here, where you're made fun of more so, but not Matheson letting you down. That's at least for me.
Oh, well, of course it couldn't because the consequences aren't clear yet. This is some of the best shooting Jared does in the movie, hands down. If you watch this again, this is one shot where somehow he goes from you and me up to Matheson, over to the girls, and then back to us. And it's just one shot. How the hell do you do that? And you never lose. Like, it maintains it the whole time.
Yeah, it's with us.
It's incredible. That shirt that I'm wearing is... when I was a kid, I always thought like when you did something good, you wore a Hawaiian shirt to school. Like that's how you celebrated. I don't know why.
Your best outfit.
And I did the same thing in a movie I made with Ryan Krickow in Hawaii that we never edited together. But I wore a Hawaiian shirt the whole time because I thought, oh, this is how you celebrate, and that's the same shirt.
Oh man.
Jared was saying it would have been way cooler if that warning that we put at the beginning of our movie
Was at the beginning of
the
the
beginning of our
Dirties?
movie, or vice versa. That would have
Right,
been
one
so
of the
much
two.
better. So that is me doing an impression of the Joker from Dark Knight. You'll notice that these are actually the opening credits of the movie too. They happen in the movie. like starring Matt and Owen, like that. Those are the only opening credits of the Dirties, which I think are cool.
Remember how long we spent on this shot getting the sunset just right, never knowing we would be watching it like refilmed on a overhead projector. Jerry just losing his shit about the light.
I know, saying, we got to get it right. We got to get it right.
It was freezing that day, too.
This blood oath. Where was this scene taken from? Evan, I know we took it from something.
Near the... Oh, taken from.
Like the idea of these two guys by the river signing a blood oath.
I don't think that I don't think that was a reference.
I think it. I know that it was to something, but it must have been something so obscure.
Oh, Chrissy.
Just glazed over the rectum, which is a way better one.
From Irreversible, we talked about that at the beginning. Like this club that we're in is actually the Rectum, which is the club in Irreversible. Which, if you've seen that movie, is just like the armpit of hell. It's like a gay club where a guy gets his arm broken backwards, all in one take. It's insane. It's amazing. It's well, just watch it. And then this piano stuff, I guess we were trying to kind of do like a loungy thing. I guess very much taken out of the Nirvana the band kind of style, like me singing and somebody playing the piano. Oh, so there's the Sin City reference. Yeah, I forgot. What do you say? What is that Sin City? You walk down the wrong alley in Sin City. Who knows what you're gonna find? Yeah.
See, I didn't. Yeah, that's when I was just reading whatever line you guys told me to read.
Yeah. Look at that girl in the very background. Look at her.
Everyone's pretty turned off by your movie. To get the right reactions, you just show yourself in drag. Matt was in that costume all night.
This reference here that with me in the window is actually an Orson Welles reference from a making of the F for Fake documentary, and it's just that Orson Welles left the room during a screening of The Magnificent Ambersons and then was watching it from a crack in the door crying.
Well, that part is really sad.
Yeah, I know, and I thought we could get at some of that history. People would understand when they saw me in the window. They'd be
I think that's why it's so sad.
Orson Welles.
They see, the decline of Orson Welles captured in a young psychopathic boy.
So quickly. Yeah, didn't that same thing happen to Orson Welles?
Did you see that?
I'll tell you, this scene would have sucked if it weren't for this guy just showing up. Because it's so cheesy, the blood looks so fake. There's the rock that hits him. If you freeze frame that.
The tiny pebble. He got struck by shrapnel from a pebble.
Yeah, it's a gigantic piece of metal that we put in as the rock. And there's also the blood on the floor. I remember we'd have to go in and squirt Owen's head with fake blood in between takes.
Yeah, and it's still dried.
Yeah, it's still dried anyway. I think we use the word fuck too many times in this scene. I do. In fact,
of course we do.
Fuck.
Just don't touch me. Why?
Fuck.
No, fuck. I'm mad at you.
Fuck. I want to help you. Fuck. You tell when we don't know what we're saying or why we're saying it. I guess I'll talk about some of the things in this room. So Evan and I both shared a massive love of Ninja Turtles as a kid, but these are all Evan's childhood toys. So he's so spoiled. His parents, it's ridiculous, bought him like every single Ninja Turtle toy. So there's Krang in the background, like multiple versions of the original 4. They're all over that mantelpiece behind us, just tons of them. We're playing Nintendo 64 because that's the system that all of us played the most.
It's pretty hot in these rhinos, obvious to everybody.
Yeah, we talked about that in the other commentary, but like in the posters in the background, Jared went and dressed everything up in this sort of culture mashing way where there's Ace Ventura references and, I Heart Huckabees references. That's where the Korean barbecue line comes from on top of the Wag the Dog poster, which makes no sense. It's just ridiculous. I guess Dustin Hoffman is in both of them, but that's as far as it goes. I love that Tyler Durden is thinking pretty hot in these rhinos. He's not saying it. He's thinking it with a smile on his face. Then that board in the background, if you freeze it, you can see like a lot of stuff in the movie. And see that tick board where it's M and then J or whatever? Those are MO. Those are Mario Kart scores. Who was winning and who was losing, but they're totally faked because in reality, Owen would not win once.
Oh, come on.
We faked that for real. Here, if you listen carefully and you promise, not to sue us, you can hear the Bourne Identity in the background.
Yeah.
We had to take out the image of this because we couldn't afford the rights, but we kept the sound. Matt Miller is shaking his head in the background like, don't say this stuff. We may have to cut this out.
It's not true, fortunately.
Yeah.
It was just a joke. Good one. Showing your old movie that you made.
Those magic cards that we have in the background covering the titles of those comics, is because we thought if we took out the titles of the comics, we'd be legally cleared. Turns out that's not true. We had to get a fair use case to use those comics as is. Same with all those posters. See in the background on the left? That's the plot of the movie. Freeze it. You can see in
Loser
8
Kids
beats
decide to make
the movie
movie.
beginning to end. This is one of the only scenes we had to reshoot because originally I was wearing a Target bag over my head. Can I say this?
Bleep it. Bleep
Yeah, we'll bleep it. Yeah, okay. And we had
I was wearing a fucking bag over my
I
head.
was wearing a bag over my head. We had to change the bag because the bag belonged to a company that said, if you use it, we will sue you, you film students.
They just can't appreciate art.
What about this shirt?
And then that shirt, well, there are no references here apart from me acting ridiculous. This is just me trying to make Owen laugh.
Do you know what's on that shirt? We would definitely get sued if you could read that.
Oh,
It
well,
says, a company that's a big company, think responsibly. You're wearing it.
ouch. Well, thanks, Owen. This has really become like the entire prosecution's case. It's this audio commentary they just played from beginning to end. This is a shirt that Evan printed when he was a kid because he thought that was really cool, and that's such an amazing bleeding of reality into this movie, where Evan made that shirt and wore it to school, and so Matt thinks that shirt would also be cool, and that Catcher in the Rye became a really funny sticking point to this movie. Oh yeah, and that's a Versus shirt that I'm wearing. Owen is wearing a Versus shirt, which was Jared's shirt, and I'm actually wearing a PCBS gym shirt, I think. What Versus? Jared really loved Versus when he was a kid. If you notice, there's a kid on the right who's trying his best to act like, oh man, oh no, they caught us, but you don't even notice it. It's ridiculous when you see it.
These kids are doing well, though. Just
that's
standing
how I
in front
was
of their
boys'
bags.
change rooms. When I was that young.
Look at my bag, man. Mine too. It's right here.
And that is a reference to basically every cliched, terrible movie ever made. I can't believe it made the cut of the film. Water getting poured on the kids' clothes.
It's
I guess so. It has some resonance, maybe, but
well, bullies do it because it's so obvious.
but so cowardly. What, like, leave us a note or something.
Bring some for Owen too? No, my phone got
We didn't we didn't choose that Batman reference.
I did know.
Yeah, there
I
is.
didn't. Mom.
Or clear it. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
It's obscured, Miller. We're fine. Me talking on the phone to nobody on the other side is actually one of my great talents. I'm actually quite good at doing this, and over the course of the movie, I tried to teach Owen how to do it.
I know how to do it now. I taught all my kids to do it.
Yeah.
After, and I definitely learned it from you through direct instruction.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't shoot that one scene because I didn't know how to do it.
But once you learn how to talk with somebody on the other line who's not there, you can use it just as a parlor trick. People will go crazy. Who's he talking to? Well, he must be talking to someone. It sounds so real.
We got so good at it, though. I remember Jared got us in the middle of us talking about doing it in Park City. He did it and fooled us, you motherfucker.
He's amazing. Jared's amazing. Now, this scene was shot directly after. So cool how this movie got made. Like, when we shot this, it was just like, okay, now Matt, take the clothes outside and do something. And this is what I did.
Oh, that is cool. Tell us more.
Well, I just mean, like, it's not like we thought that, oh, we need to have this long, lingering moment of Matt clearly thinking about revenge. Like, we never thought about that. But then when you see it, it's like, oh, God, like, it's so cool.
Yeah, and it makes a huge difference.
It makes a huge difference in the scene. It's the kind of thing you could never write. But because Jared is there and he's like, oh, you know what? It looks really cool outside. Run out and do this. Like, you do it, and then you wind up having it. Whereas if you didn't plan on it, you'd never have it. So I suppose that's self-explanatory, but in a small way, it really made a huge difference.
Yeah, and I mean, we have to talk about something.
So the blueprints that I get here, people have always asked, man, it's crazy that they just give you those blueprints, no problem. I agree.
What blueprints do you ask for?
I ask for the blueprints of our school. I give them the school's name, and then they need the address as well.
These are a school's blueprints?
They just hand them to me. Yeah, the city gives them to me. And then I use the blueprints to plan a school shooting that night.
Yeah, in the story, but these are what blueprints are these?
Those are not really from the city, although I've been telling people they are forever. Those are blueprints that Matt Miller got from a friend.
What do they pass you then?
Well, the way we shot that is I had those blueprints with me, and I handed them to him, and I said, "Hey, can you give me those back?" And he just gave them to me, and so it looks like he gave them to me. So that was a pretty cheap trick that we did, and then we combine it with me acting incredulous, like, "Oh, I can't believe it." I can't believe I got it. And it creates the effect that, oh, maybe they did just give them to us.
Yeah, it worked pretty well.
Yeah, I know. And I know. I've been
probably shouldn't
lying
have
to
revealed
people.
that.
I know. At film festivals, I tell people, no, they gave them to us. I'm from Canada. It's all, that's how it works. But, you know,
Don't make it obvious.
I should come clean. So these guys here are guys who actually play Magic cards. You can't actually see them that well. But the guys that we're at a table with, we're actually playing Magic cards, and Owen doesn't know how to play Magic cards.
No,
so
I
it was
don't.
very difficult. He was just reading the names of cards like Go for the Throat and things like
Yeah,
that.
and as you can see, it almost totally destroyed the scene.
Well, we had to cut around you not knowing what Magic cards were. That's for sure. See, there's the dice. Minute Maid. Did we get that cleared? Oh, Coke. Thank God.
Huh.
And playing Magic cards at a school cafeteria is something that I did all the time. Not in high school, but in grades 7 and 8. I did it every day. And this guy, Jackman, what I like about this bully, balanced lunch. Apple. Take a look at it. Apple, granola bar. It's not just slice of pizza. You may. It's true.
No, you're right.
There's a reason he's so big and healthy.
Yeah, that is true. It was probably Brandon Wickens insisting, like, I'm going to do this scene,
But I need to.
but I'm going to eat fruit and protein.
Yeah. Just so it's clear, Brendan Wickens doesn't actually sound like that.
That was Jackman, the character.
Well, whatever you say, Owen. Moving on. You'll notice that Owen seems really sad as he throws that stuff out. That's because he really did get
Getting
hit
a lot
by
of
Brendan
flack for that
Wickens.
impression of Jackman. I don't understand the problem here.
Now, this reference to Boy Meets World, I had to fight tooth and nail for. This is what Corey's brother would always say whenever he tried to get Mr. Feeney to come out and give Corey advice. He'd always shout Feeney, and I was trying to explain this to the other guys on set. They had no idea what I meant. They were not TGIF fans. And then one night we looked it up on YouTube. I was like, come on, guys, people know what that is. It's called Feeney. And like, if you search Feeney call on YouTube, it's got like 2 million hits. Like, people are obsessed with it. So I was vindicated a bit. And this is a big reference to Wonder Boys, when Robert Downey Jr. and Michael Douglas go to break Tobey Maguire out of the house. They say, we're springing you, Jimmy. And we're springing you, Jimmy. Yeah, that's Robert Downey Jr. says that. I think it's his best performance. Nothing comes close. The Iron Man movies suck. This Kid Cudi song was expensive to clear. It cost us a lot to clear it. And this is not. This is kind of stolen from that Spike Jonze music video where he had those kids biking around. What was that? The Suburbs. Yeah. So Arcade Fire. We stole that from this. But I think everybody, like kids riding bikes in the suburbs, that's pretty obvious. It's also, Gummo as well. Like, I think there were a lot of sort of late 90s, early 2000s movies that the references in terms of where we shoot and how we shoot.
We also rode around on bikes in the day and actually got bullied. Remember that? This gang of like 25-year-olds, sort of like bigger guys in beaters, like smoking cigarettes and drinking on their porch, yelling like, "Hey, nice bikes, faggots!" So we just kept riding by them, trying to bait them, but none of it was really.
Well, we
obviously
needed to mic them. That's what we needed to do. Hey, you guys want to wear one of our mics? Yeah. This is some of the best shooting, I think. Jared, you shot the night stuff. Or was it you, Evan? I think Jared shot the night biking and you shot the day biking. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Little Jazzy was driving us during all that. In her car.
This is my least favorite scene.
Well, it's okay. It's a little on the nose. You doing the double talk, I think is the best part, but our acting is so stupid.
It's so cheesy. And then zoom in on me. I list the dirties. I don't know.
No, that part's good.
No,
it's
that's
bad.
The part I hate.
It's bad when I say, I don't know. It was like the first time I ever got.
Yeah, that's
bullied.
awful too.
Just
for being myself.
For being myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't take it out because for some reason it cut with the next thing.
It's hard.
Perfectly.
Like
I couldn't. I tried to take out the line, but I couldn't do it. I promise. Why? I mean, I'm not happy with it either.
It's not fair that people get bullied. Do you know what I mean?
I know it's such an
It's
after-school
just kind of
special.
like it's not like kids,
Hopefully
kids
we get
should be
away
nicer.
with it because we're like little kids. We're 16 years old in this movie.
And we think we're having this epiphany.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is just for being ourselves. Let's kill them.
There's not really much else to say about this.
About this scene. Well, my face got really burned. Like
You kept doing those crackly
Yeah, I kept throwing pine needles in there to try to get it to be brighter. So
I
we
had
could
like
shoot better,
red
but
marks on my face afterwards. I mean, that happens if you look at a fire too long.
Maybe
so
I'll get,
that's-
since it's you and me doing this commentary together, I'll say that one of the luckiest things we got with you, well, you'll probably be shy about this, was that you were so handsome and that you looked so young. I think because me, if you look at Nirvana the band, I'm the ugly guy in that, and that's saying something. That's saying something. And so for me to do another thing where I'm going to be the ugly guy, we needed something way better looking than Jay. And it helps
I'm
to-
certainly not shy about that.
you look so young, and it justifies me, I think, looking a bit older, because I act, I think, younger than you act.
Yeah, no,
So-
I agree. I for sure look really young, and
my behavior,
and it balances
I
you.
think,
Yep.
Yeah, I think otherwise it would be tough to take this film. It's surprising nobody who's seen the film, and I think everybody who's going to write a review about it has done it now. Nobody said the obvious, like, this is not believable because these kids are not kids. So
They all say that we look definitely young. I've always thought I look for sure like I'm 15 in this movie, but I don't know about you. I still have that picture.
that Polaroid picture.
Yeah, I still have that Polaroid picture. It looks awesome.
Oh, that's amazing. So this scene,
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
no, it does make sense. I actually think this is one of the more resonant scenes in terms of like you having a problem with it and me having no problem with it.
Yeah, I just
'Cause
mean
this-
that, I just mean that we're measuring the lockers.
No, that does make sense because I think the idea is Matt is trying to make a foot-to-foot plan of where he's going to run through the school, and he's also measuring the lockers to see if they got enough room to
To
hide, the guns.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why he's doing it, and so of course he thinks it's totally innocent, and because you know the subtext of it, you're thinking everybody is seeing it.
Yes, all that stuff makes sense, and my reaction to it makes sense. And it's very funny. I'm very annoyed in this scene, I remember. The real life Owen. As I was in many scenes, but in this one in particular, I was very annoyed.
That was Andrew, the guy we were playing Magic Cards with before. Yeah, but you do so well. Like, look at that look that you're giving me of like, what are you doing? How could you tell her this? Evan and I debated this scene for so long.
Really?
Like, yeah. Not like what to do, but how to do it, because it's like, I'm saying we're doing a school shooting, and do you even think we're doing a school shooting? Like, is it still a joke to you? Like that character line, like the fact that Chrissy comes in and then we distract it with this whole Chrissy plot is the only way it works. Because were this plot line to continue and for us to do another plan of planning the school shooting, then I think we lose the audience completely. Because they're like, okay, these guys are just doing this together.
Okay, I think she's gonna.
Okay, she's got to go. Your girlfriend, she's got to die.
Yes, this was very good.
She saw me measuring you. I understand.
This is so good because that is how you react in real life. Like, don't tease me. Don't tease me.
Dude, we gotta find your girlfriend.
You always look like Teddy Ruxpin or Paddington Bear. I've always thought that about you.
I think I do have a teddy bear quality.
Yeah.
Kind of a cartoon. I look like a bit, but you also look a bit like a cartoon. A bit?
My pet monster, maybe.
But we both have a cartoon quality. My sister Robin once said that to me, that all the Williamses except her look like cartoons. She's right.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
That I look like Fisher. I look like Fisher Price, like Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman.
Well, that's in The Office. He's referred to as looking like a Fisher Price man, and it's true.
Oh, but I can't talk about these references because we stole them.
Yeah, these are references to some things in media
Yeah.
that we like.
So I'm trying to think of what this idea comes from. The idea of like kind of doing a Cyrano de Bergerac thing, but also with media as well. Like, I don't know where this came from. I know it was an early idea written in the script, and this is an example of Owen learning to talk on the phone with somebody.
This is where I had to learn.
Yeah.
This scene, I couldn't do it. And Evan was in the background providing the other line because apparently I couldn't imagine someone
What
speaking
is
on a
that?
phone. What do you mean, Matt? There is no one on the line with me. How am I
that
supposed to do it?
This move that you're doing, though, Owen, where you like hold the phone right up to your mouth and yell into it, that's, I think, really cool. I think that is what people do.
In
when
a
they're on the
crowded party
phone.
like that.
Also, if you watch this scene again in slow motion, you'll see there is an invisible cut in one of those swishes. The scene actually was an entire minute longer, and a minute got cut out of it. And it's lucky that the camera kept going back and forth because we could put a cut right down the middle, and there's a weird fade. But you can. It's quite obvious actually if you look closely. Those comics in the background are all like my favorite comic books. So those comics are in my room right now, just kind of hanging on the wall.
You've already talked about this on the other one, I'm sure, right? That this really, really, really real class. We had to sit there.
They know, yeah,
learn
I
a bunch
think-
of shit.
Well, in the other commentary, we said that if it wasn't obvious, it was a real class. But that was a great example of us being in a real class.
Gordon Corman reference, Canadian author, Don't Care High, wrote his first book when he was 11.
And Gordon Corman actually attended the school that the final school shooting in this movie happens in, which is some cool trivia.
Not that she just said hi, it's that she said hi in front of everybody in the hallway. That's
Not sure why Matt thinks this is such a big deal in retrospect. She says hi.
It's a public high.
A public high? Yeah. I guess this is the way children think. That school in the background is the same school as Mean Girls, the Lindsay Lohan disaster, one of Tina Fey's worst. Even
Hey,
the
Mean Girls is great.
Oh my God, are you
Mean
joking?
Girls is great.
It's you could say that it's better than the movies that Tina Fey acted in afterwards, but by a finger.
There's no real way to not like Mean Girls.
Are you joking? Try watching it now. After
watch
the
it
hype
now.
is over.
I've watched that movie 10, 11 times.
Well, fine. You watched it 11 times, Mean Girls?
I think probably closer to 10 than 11.
Closer to 10, so what's that, 10 and a bit?
Yeah,
Okay.
10 and a bit. It's another movie about bullying, another anti-bullying movie.
How long is
These
Mean
are the
Girls?
themes I care
How long
about.
is that movie? Do you know? What's the runtime of it?
That-
It's too long?
we could just do the first.
I was going to say, okay, I won't get into it now, but yeah. The final word on Mean Girls, garbage. This song that is being played in the background on piano is a remix of Frog's theme from Chrono Trigger that Jay McCarroll does. And he kept remixing it. And Jay, you remember that?
Jay's strolling in wearing a corduroy blazer and a glass of red wine.
It was after you guys had finished Final Cut, and you were, I think, in Technicolor, or where were you?
We were doing the sound mix at Theater D, and I needed the song the next day, and we had nothing.
Yeah, so I just kept being on the phone with Matt, and I kept sending him a version of that song. He said, make it like Frog Song, just like Frog Song. So I was like, okay, I got to make it like it, but I can't do the actual thing, obviously. And so I kept getting it. He's like, every single version, he'd say, get it closer to the Frog Song. And then I'd send it, and then he'd be on the phone. He's kind of distracted. Yeah. Okay, hey, Bird. Just do Frog Song.
There you have it. That's the story of how that reference made it in. This buzz one by my head, somebody said that to me when I was a kid, riding your bike past a bee. I don't know who it was. Well, probably you, Jay. I'm sure it was. But yeah, I think it was Jay. He rode his bike past a bee, and it was like I got shot with a bullet, and so I just reversed it. I think we talked about this Limb Lifter song in the other commentary, but Owen, do you want to talk about how much fun you had doing this?
Well, I just lined it up, between the sights and just shot it, and then we had the shot, and we moved on. My first shot with a military-grade rifle.
Well, yeah.
You can see I don't really think too much of it.
Yeah, good for him. You'll notice that
No big
Owen
deal.
is wearing big pink earphones and I'm not wearing anything. That we were trying to show how crazy Matt was. Like, these, fake guns are really, really loud. and if you don't have ear protection around them, like, you can really hurt yourself. But I thought, fuck, I want to look like I'm really dangerous. Owen did not know I was going to do that. And for some reason, everybody thinks that was so unethical. Me pretending to shoot him in the head.
With a fake gun. I don't really know what I was so afraid of.
Yeah, exactly. Why'd you act so scared? I was firing a fake gun near your head?
I thought you were going to damage my hearing. I didn't have the...
Okay, that is a reference to every skateboarding video I've ever seen, where some guy cuts his arm or his leg and another guy pretends to lick it. I don't know why, but that's just every single 16-year-old skate video. A guy has like a cut on his face and he's like, oh, check it out. And they show it to the camera and then the guy right beside him like pretends to lick it. I don't know why, but I used to watch like Spike Jonze skate videos when I was a kid, and like even worse ones than that. But I think we already talked about this, but you can hear the seagulls from my Foley in the background of that scene.
This is, it's very dangerous to do what we're doing here. You shouldn't do this. It can backfire at you.
Look at the
As I
ground.
tried
Look at
to
how
tell
far
Matt.
away this actually is from Owen. The camera makes it look like it's close. It's like 35 feet away.
I don't know. In another cut, Matt fails to bury the Roman candle in the sand properly. It spins, fires at us. We have to dive behind a rock, which got hit. Then it spins again and blasts the cottages next to ours and lights a fire in the woods, which Matt has to run and put out with his feet. So I guess it was pretty safe.
I also, in that, I ran up to the firework and kicked it into the lake,
Saving everybody's lives.
So,
That's right.
so I'm not that bad. That thing where I say "watch out for that mud," that is a reference to a random YouTube video I made with Kurt Lob, where I'm pretending to be a news reporter at the Occupy Toronto protest, and I'm telling someone to watch out for some mud. I don't know why I do it in this. In fact, it might even be
That has to be backwards.
I think it might even happen backwards, so I don't know how it's a reference to it. It doesn't make any sense.
There was mud everywhere.
And I was just saying, really, watch out for some mud?
Yeah. You were being nice.
All right, never mind, not a reference. Wound up being a reference in retrospect. Are there any references in this scene? You're still wearing that ridiculous coat from the Dirties. I don't know why that was supposed to be your costume in the movie.
Because it was a nerdy looking coat.
You kept wearing it normally.
Yeah, you got that.
Do you remember when you were flirting with this girl and we were all telling you, "Oh, and you've got a girlfriend at home. You're taking this way too far." And you were like, "Just let me do it. Let me do it." Do you remember that?
Yeah, well, I mean, it worked out pretty good for the movie.
It sure did. That girl, man.
No, I felt really sad. For me, this is a reference to The Sword and the Stone, when this guy turns into a squirrel and falls in love with the real squirrel, and that real squirrel's in love with him at the end, but the fake squirrel knows he's going to turn into a human again, because I was going to have to go back home, and this girl, I'm a high school teacher.
Great reference. Great reference. Great Sword in the Stone. That guy in the background looks like Pat Kennedy, although it's not Pat Kennedy. I'm not creepy. The cake plan's creepy. The cake plan's creepy.
So the key is to act paranoid.
Now this, I think, were we trying to do a Robin Hood reference in here or no?
At all times we were, but do you mean why are we wearing masks?
No, I know why we're wearing masks. We talked about that in the other commentary because we're so ugly under fluorescent light. But oh, that T-shirt obviously is from the film Elephant. A lot of the shirts that me and Owen wear are from something. And that one I think is the big obvious one. I think it got a lot of attention because it's so clearly from the big school shooting movie. Just for the record, Elephant sucks. That movie's awful. But we thought that these characters would be like, oh, we'll wear the stuff from that movie because we're so into school shooting movies.
That was obviously a LeBron James reference.
Oh, that's a
as
LeBron
well.
James reference, yeah. Which he's bringing back, apparently.
It's
you see
back.
that?
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James is bringing back the powder in the air. Oh. Blair Witch Project VHS tape in the background. Those guys brought that there. I don't know why they were doing Blair Witch Project jokes. But it's funny because we obviously took a lot from the Blair Witch Project for this movie. Uh-huh. Why don't you talk about this scene, Owen?
Yeah, this
I'm not in it.
scene here, they got my name wrong. So this was a very awkward scene to shoot. It was not a good scene. It still isn't really a great scene. I remember being told,
Guys,
don't worry, I'm getting tons of wicked shit with Matt on the headphones in the background that's going to save this scene.
And it was true.
Yeah.
What was that? That wasn't the plan.
This idea of that wasn't the plan, I think that is a great look into where Matt is versus where Owen is. Like for Matt, this stuff is all very plan oriented and he doesn't want, like he wants to see Owen act out the things that he sets up, like his scripts. And the fact that Owen's acting autonomously, I think is what's really hurting Matt in that scene.
Although Owen definitely doesn't know that he's doing anything wrong.
Of course not. Yeah, and why would you?
Yeah.
In
Why
fact,
not?
in a realistic world, Matt would be happy that all of a sudden the Dirties are treating you nicely. If he was like a true friend, right? It's just that he's so threatened by the fact that all of a sudden you've got.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that he's upset that I gave cake to the Dirties. I can see him being upset if I'm taking the Dirties' side, but the idea that like they shouldn't even get cake.
They don't even get cake. In the background, there's a picture of a fire hydrant that has been in every movie I've made, including Latsky and Fisher. Josh Bull snorts cocaine off of that same. Man,
oh jeez, yeah, it's great.
Such a weird little inside joke that we have Laren inside of this library scene, and he's just looking at us like, "What do you want?"
Well, it's like we're always being watched. We can't get any break from these merciless Dirties.
So this Catcher in the Rye reference is, if you don't know, like famous killers like Mark David Chapman and who are the other ones?
Besides Mark David Chapman that are famous?
I think there's a Marilyn Manson connection to Catcher in the Rye as well. Like there's
it's a Manchurian. Charles Manson.
Charles Manson.
Oh man, you're really getting it over here for that, eh?
Yeah.
But is the Manchurian Candidate kind of idea that they are programmed to kill if they read Catcher in the Rye?
Well, not programmed to kill. It's that like there's a certain personality type that is unlocked by the words of J.D. Salinger.
Well, I think that's a different conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theory, yeah, where it's like they're programming.
Oh, and it's also.
Oh shit! Let's change it. So that's a reference to Richard Gere's conspiracy theory, quite intentional.
I think it's a Mel Gibson movie.
Oh yeah,
it's a Mel Gibson film.
Gibson
and
Gere,
Patrick Stewart, yeah.
Oh yeah, it is Mel Gibson.
Yeah, so that's and this line that I say. What's she reading? The Grapes of Wrath. Tell me if you can figure out what I mean by that.
Yeah, people get confused. I know what you mean. She should know what it means.
Yeah, exactly.
Arbitrary means if she believes she can handle the Grapes of Wrath.
Exactly. See, Owen and I love little word games like this because Owen's an English teacher, and he and I think both think we're quite good speakers, and he and I are always challenging one another over word definitions and parts of phrases as well. Also, English grammar we fight about quite a bit, and so that was great that we got to do a real scene of us having a grammar fight. Which in real life I would destroy him in, but in the scene I had to kind of act like I didn't know what I was doing.
No, you did not. You really took more time than I needed to come up with a good definition of arbitrary.
This scene here is a reference to the Maisels film Gimme Shelter, where Mick Jagger is watching footage of himself and the rest of the band playing at the Altamont concert, and that's where this whole idea of watching yourself in a movie comes from. And I think it's the best evidence that we give the audience that Matt is making this movie. And it's also so cool. I think it's quite trippy that when you watch it as an audience, I think a lot of people don't even know what's going on.
This is the first time I saw most of this footage. When I tell you, it's kind of awkward when I tell you to go back. I want to see how that looks. It's because I wanted to see how that fully fake Crickets party scene looked. It was the first time I'd ever seen it, and I was just really excited by it.
But we did that on purpose. And in fact,
yes.
You remember the one time we fucked ourselves? Where there was a scene where we had to cut out of the movie where Chrissy flashes the camera. If you guys have seen the trailer to this movie, there's a scene where Chrissy flashes the camera, and we don't actually put that in the actual movie. And the reason we had to take it out is that after we shot it, the plan was to cut to me and Owen reacting to it. But we screwed ourselves because we actually watched that footage off camera and made jokes about it, like all the jokes that you would make about that kind of thing. And so when we actually went to shoot the scene,
totally stale.
It was so stale, we had nothing to say about it, and so we had to actually cut the scene out of the movie, which is a hard lesson for us. It meant that whenever we were going to do something that involved us reacting to something, we needed to have never seen that thing before.
The best bit was putting the Rooney song "Shake It" on while shaking the computer screen with a close-up on that shot. You should try that at home.
That's pretty tasteless. It's disgusting.
Oh, we did that for a long time.
So this shot, this zoom in. I'm trying to tell a story here, guys. Grow up for a second. That was the first time that Owen had ever seen Blueprints, which is why he's acting so blown away. This is us. If you notice what we're wearing, this was actually shot right after our clothes got soaked in gym class, and it was shot the same day. And so this is scenes of us just moving around the school, and nobody here knew we were shooting. That is a reference to the game Sin. It's an old PC game where at the beginning you have a chain gun in a helicopter and you crank it like that and just mow people down. And I thought, oh, this is just like Sin. And so I started just lighting up the stage.
It really goes against the ethic of your shooting.
No doubt. Now, this song is from Being John Malkovich. We actually had to get permission from Carter Burwell to use it. And this sequence was edited by Evan and Matt Miller. And they cut the whole thing together, and when I first saw it, I laughed harder than I've ever laughed. Seeing a sequence, because I thought this is the funniest thing in the world, that we'd have Being John Malkovich's score in the actual movie. And not as hard to clear as you would think. It also is a good counterpoint to the slow motion sequence at the beginning of Matt and Owen walking towards the camera, where things are good, and it's like they're conquering their world with their media, and they're feeling like, oh, we're actually going to be okay. And now it's so different. Owen is thinking, oh my God, my friend is weird. This song that he's playing is a Haydn song called The Hazards of Sitting Beneath Palm Trees, and the end of the film was actually going to have that song play, but we changed the ending so it didn't fit anymore. The ending of the film originally was Owen plays this song for Chrissy, gets his guitar smashed, gets his pants pulled down, and his penis is made fun of on camera. That was the actual ending of the movie, but we were all too afraid to tell Owen that that's what we wanted to do, and so we just never shot it. We didn't have the bravery, and so we had to end it the way we did. It's true.
There's no shooting in the original ending. It's
well,
just
no, there
me
was
and
no.
my...
Your pants get pulled down. We see your penis,
And then after,
everybody
yes,
makes fun
okay.
of the penis, and then because everybody's made so much fun of this penis, you decide to have a school shooting with me, and you join, and you're like, oh yeah, now whose penis?
I understand
being
why.
made fun of?
One morning as I was hurriedly getting ready for work, Evan said, "You're perfect for the part." Gotta tell Matt.
We need someone. Because the big point into Act 3 is the penis.
Yeah.
The reason I think it's so funny to say the penis is because of that Star Trek story of the guy who cut the penis off to eat it.
Oh,
and they tried to cook, and in the news story it's like, but they tried cooking the penis.
Lot of references. Are we allowed to talk about the references in
Sure,
the
where
guitar
you,
here?
yeah, you play The Office.
They're not complete, so it's fine.
Yeah, we don't play
So
full versions.
I'm playing Brokeback Mountain theme song, The Office theme song, British Office, and American Office, a medley, in 10 seconds there.
Yeah, maybe we will have to cut this out. I don't know. Miller will be the one who decides.
We'll just bleep it.
Yeah, we'll bleep it. Oh yeah, we can just bleep this stuff. Yeah, that's right. Although it'll be so insanely obvious what we're talking about.
It's so funny though. American bleep and British.
So that board in the background, I think I said this before, but is a reference to The Wire. There's a reverse polarity in the background there, a magic card. That's actually quite useless. All damage dealt to you by artifacts is now dealt to the opponent. When is that going to happen? Maybe you get attacked with a clockwork beast. Huh? Any magic card players out there?
They were already talking on the internet when they saw in the trailer. They said those are all useless, unrelated cards. These guys are idiots.
Well,
Whoa.
see, people may have an issue with the magic cards I decided to put up. I'm actually a very good magic card player. I made day 2 in Detroit, GP Detroit, in 2007. I was a Junior Super Series top 8 in 1997.
Yeah.
And like, I can play magic cards. The reason those magic cards in the background are not like, big all-star cards is because I thought Matt, the character, would never put up his good cards. He would only put up his shitty cards. Because he needs his good cards to play with. His good cards are in his cube. Is this a reference to anything? I don't know why Josh Bowles is wearing a police shirt. I think he thought that's what made him look tough.
It's ironic because he's the criminal.
As I was trying to say
Or
before
is he?
in another commentary, I'm actually physically much bigger than Josh Bowles. And he commented quite often whenever we would shoot these scenes where we had to fight.
This is like all references.
So this is a reference to an episode of G.I. Joe where Snake Eyes does make a mistake, and the closing credits of that episode is him jumping around on a cliff much smaller than this. Can I what? Yes. So that, and then, sorry, I'm just giving my keys to Matt Miller so he can leave to go somewhere. There you go. Although a lot of people falsely think it's a reference to the Nicolas Cage film Snake Eyes, which is the worst of all the films we've mentioned so far. Slightly better than Malcolm X. That me having that hayseed in my mouth is kind of like a Mark Twain reference, like it's sort of
it's a reference to farming.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of the thing that Huck Finn always had in his mouth.
It is for sure. And the picture of the classic Huck Finn cover, he's got a hayseed in his mouth.
Yeah. And then this Royal Tenenbaums thing I get wrong. Donald Glover, Donald Glover is not referring to a woman named Percy, but he does fall in a pit.
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover. What
Community.
I said the Community one?
Yeah.
Whoops. Sorry, Childish Gambino. I didn't mean to bring you in on this. Man, I hope nobody ever listens to this.
I really do too, because I have a feeling I said something pretty bad back there. I didn't know how bad it was, but everyone really freaked out.
Well, because you did something that might have been construed as a racial interpretation of a character. It was, but But I don't think anybody will get mad at you. So that shirt that I'm wearing, College Park Recycles, that's a Toronto recycling program. Oh, and that shot on Owen is flopped. If you look at the text on his shirt, you'll see it's reversed. We had to flop it because Jared couldn't physically be over the cliff. He needed to be inside the cliff. Also, this line that Owen has of, oh, we'll just cut and be in the school. We say something similar in Nirvana the band when we go to do a cut, which is a cool space you can be in when you know you're in a show, which Owen does, but he's quite upset about it, where he can make fun of Matt and be like, what are you going to do? You're just going to cut and do this and this and this? I thought that was funny.
I'm speaking in double talk in French here.
You know, I still don't know what you're saying.
It's tough. And Krista keeps saying yes, because she does speak double talk, but I guess she doesn't speak French double talk. So she's not carrying a conversation with me. Most people aren't going to be bothered by that, but there are a few like true fans who are going to be pissed off.
Fans of double talk?
Yeah.
Here, I write down some names in a notebook after I view this. I'm actually just making a grocery list, and I think people misinterpret this as me, like it's not connected. I'm watching this footage, and I'm thinking, whoa, I hear a rumbling in my tummy, and then I think, rutabaga, cookies. And then I go back, oh, let's watch me getting beat up. So I bet you're wondering, actually nobody probably wonders, what the hell scene is this? Why haven't we seen this? Matt with a gigantic bag and Owen in the background holding a stick. And we're getting beat up. Well, that actually was going to be a scene in the movie where we're doing a run-through of the school shooting that we had to take out because it was so ridiculous. But it has a second life here. This is actually a lot of fun to cut.
You see something happen to you.
It's funny because when you see something happen to you in a movie, and it's like it's happening to a different person.
It's like it's not even happening to you. It's like it's happening to a different person.
Oh, come on.
Crazy.
What's wrong with that? Okay. That mouse on the screen that's a real mouse. Oh, we're dying here, eh? There's nothing left. There are no more references at the end. Oh, that's right. This is me actually coming up with that sweatpants line. I actually noticed those sweatpants on him, and the reason I'm so happy is because I am discovering it. And I'm like, woo, hit him with the Gahuli. That's what I say there. I'm going to hit him with the Ryan Gahuli line. I'm just using slang for that. You can see all of our cinematographers out there on the grass. 1, 2, there they are. Then who?
We always use real names, too.
From our past? Well, because what am I going to fake out a name?
Yeah, some people do that.
I don't know.
Well, that senior shirt is a reference to Dazed and Confused.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a Dazed and Confused shirt that I think Evan had. Oh, never mind. Jared made it in high school.
We're not.
And you're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. That's me letting the. That's. Poor guy.
Okay.
Owen, tell me if this sounds like anybody, okay?
Okay.
Joy.
Oh, come on.
Does this sound like me for real?
The voice modulations and the body
Yes. It does sound like you for real.
Ouch. I was thinking more like it sounds like a goofy version of me. Because I don't think anybody would accuse me of being fake.
But I've read that to
you. Oh, really?
Not because I actually think you are that.
Yeah, I don't think you
There's a
should
lot
be.
of similarities.
That's right. You shouldn't be insecure, but we don't think that you're a psychopathic killer. But the description does fit. If the book was called Dave Cullen's Matt Johnson.
Yeah, I think it describes me at my worst, but I don't think that's me day to day.
And that's what the way more you used to be in your adolescence. You used to be like.
I was exactly like
when
that.
you were this age, you were like.
Because I had a real ends justify the means philosophy, which I still have to an extent. But I always think that if the end thing that you're going to get is going to be good, it doesn't matter what you have to do.
Oh, that is ends justifies the means. That's exactly it.
Yes, thank you. Well, I'm just trying to describe it for those who maybe don't. Who've
Don't know that idiom
before. In case you've never heard ends justify the means, it means that. Well, okay.
Yeah, you definitely don't need to
some
say
of
it
the
again.
comics in the background of this scene because those are some key issues. This monster is my favorite comic cover ever. That classic Kirby issue of The Thing. Thing looking down at his hands. I think that's so funny. That Doc Ock Wins is another amazing cover because the image of Spider-Man is different in each of those glasses. How cool is that? That it wasn't just a mirror. They actually changed it because this perspective would be different in Octavius's eyes. Also, the Wolverine as the Brood is a super famous cover, but not a very famous book. Part 4 of the Kraven the Hunter series from Web of Spider-Man is another super famous cover. And then that top pink issue of Swamp Thing where they're eating a piece of fruit off of Swamp Thing's back is my favorite Alan Moore comic book, where it's like a big drug trip. Also, Gen 13 was like the first time I'd ever seen a girl I liked. It was Fairchild, and to this day I'm trying to find a girl that looks like that. They don't exist. Okay, yeah. So you want to talk about something? Why don't you talk about you yelling here? That's probably more interesting than this. How did you do it? How'd you act so good?
I was in a big fight with my roommate at 202 DuPont at the time, Mike Skolnick. Hopefully he's listening to this because he doesn't usually get upset about this kind of thing, so we'll just be able to laugh about it later. And so I just kind of channeled that, and I yelled, "You talk big and you don't do shit. That's a pussy." The defining line of this movie.
Well, defining line to us, we make fun of that line all the time. Whenever we see one another, we're like, "You talk big and you don't eat pussy. That's a pussy." Oh, no, sorry. "And you don't do shit. That's a pussy."
And different iterations. So that's
Okay,
the story
top
of that.
left, that's a Frank Miller cover, No More Mr. Nice Guy. Daredevil about to shoot Punisher. Sorry, Frank Castle, you gotta die. All-Star Superman, first appearance of Vision. Look at these books. Are you going crazy like me? Long Shot, Death of Swamp Thing. What else is up there? I mean, those are some key issues. Anyway.
Yeah.
Is there a reference in here I can think of? I know it's that's a reference to our favorite Canadian band, Lake of Stew. Okay, that's an Avengers issue. Okay, I'm taking down Justice League of America #1 from the reboot. I want to make sure they don't miss the key issues.
Yeah.
Here we're trying to do a thing where it's like the camera is still... Okay, people think that this is from Spider-Man. It's not. It's that scene that we referenced earlier where they break Tobey Maguire out of Wonder Boys. Robert Downey Jr. is out the window, but people think it's Spider-Man, but we reversed it. That's Chrissy's butt, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
And this is Owen with his new group of friends.
Yeah.
You can tell they're cool because the guy has two-tone sunglasses. But see how good his life used to be, guys? Hanging out with me, laughing. You see? Oh, they died. See? And then he gave all this up. Look, he traded that for a new girl, younger girl.
I still really feel uncomfortable whenever I watch you in that costume.
I actually think I look decent.
And that's what you thought at the time, too.
I do. I think for a guy dressing in drag, you'd think if I went to Thailand with that costume, I wouldn't make money. Then you're insane.
Yeah, you've got...
Owen would be cuter, though. And that would be weird.
But he doesn't have the attitude that I have.
That's...
No, you're not really. You guys, a lot of work to do to bring yourself back from that for the people who are watching this for the social issues.
Well, I don't think this is a reference to anything. Like, where did we steal this? Where did we steal this shot from? A guy loading guns into a bag? I think this is original.
We wrote this.
I think we just wrote this scene.
What if we load the guns into a bag?
Yeah.
We could try it.
I like this scene. Actually, I like this part of the movie, I should say, more than anything that is previous, because we spend so much time with us talking so much and over-explaining everything. And to end the movie with basically no dialogue at all, minus this, is I think pretty cool. That yellow glove is a reference to Fight Club, Tyler Durden, when he's having sex with Marla and opens the door to Edward Norton. For some reason, he's wearing a yellow glove, and me and Jay were always so curious about that. What's the glove for? Brad, what are you doing with that glove? And it feels cool. Try it at home. Put on a yellow glove, just one. We did the same thing in Nirvana the band. I would always wear one, and it just feels so cool. This shirt was just in Evan's basement, although that's not Evan's family, so I don't know where you got it from. Where's that shirt from? And then those 3 watches were from an earlier ending where Matt has a timer for each bully he's going to kill. He's got it timed out to the minute, which is a lot like how I am in real life. Getting things really
I don't
set
seem crazy, do I?
right to time. There's my dad. Nobody ever talks about my dad being in that, but my dad just walks by.
Is he in the room for this conversation?
No,
Framed out?
he was outside trying to put little things in front of Miller's camera.
He knew what was going on?
No, he didn't, but he was still trying to put things in front of Miller's camera. I don't know why.
I don't know. I was just thinking about it.
My mom is this is such a great example of every conversation I've ever had with my mom, where I come up and I sort of say something silly because I'm tired or something, or I'm 16, as I'm supposed to be in here, although I look gigantic and I've got a beard. And she's just kind of tolerating it while she's doing something and trying to include me and be sweet to me. But really,
You're kind of a wild.
I've only brought it up because I'm filming it. You can see, watch this. She says this line and I'm like, yes, what a great line. Good work, Mom. That's why I start smiling and laughing. Because in reality, this character would be much more like, I don't think I'm crazy. I think I'm doing the right thing, but I think the fact that I'm so happy about it comes more from me. Okay, she turns around. She almost sees Miller and he hides. And this, wanting to burn your notebooks.
Yeah, why do you burn your notebooks?
Because
This is my big question about the movie.
Because I think Matt has seen all those documentaries where they make crazy killers look crazier by reading their notebooks in a British accent. And so he destroys his notebook so they can't do it to him. And we shot a scene where I explained that, but it was just as ridiculous as me saying it now. So we took it out. This is a reference to the phone call scene in Fight Club between Edward Norton and Brad Pitt, where he calls him for the first time and he's chewing chips. And he says, oh yeah, actually I can do it exactly like he does it. Hold on. I've got chips right here. Yeah. I never answer my phone. Like that. But in reality, those chips were so stale, it was almost impossible to do the scene.
At the end?
That poster in the background was a poster that I found on Queen Street.
And
Moved into our apartment.
those speakers, I'm just noticing now, are mine, and I've been missing them since the movie shoot.
Those are in the garbage now.
Okay. At least I know.
You'll notice we're on the Rogers network. And here, I think there was a big concern with us when we were filming the movie that we were going to have to figure out a way to originally do a school shooting thing, because Elephant had done one and Polytechnique had done one and 0 Hour, which is another independent film, had done one. And there was all these different versions of school shootings. But we never really thought about the pre-visualization of it or what we were going to do. We figured, because this movie is very much made by this guy and a camera follows him, like it will be original just by the very nature of how
I think it's because we thought there was going to be no school shooting. Like all the creative energy went into figuring out how to not have a school shooting but still have an ending with punch. Like all the ideas of walking into the school and then people running out, like cheats around it that isn't an answer to how we actually thought of it, but just that's why we weren't thinking about it, because we thought it wasn't going to happen.
Actually, that's a good point, because when we actually went in to do it, Jared, you and I didn't talk about this really at all. Like, I just kind of did what I did, and you followed me. And I think that's when we do our best work, as I guess, not as bad as it sounds. I mean, I think that's just the way it works. I think Jared is smart enough to know what to shoot, and I am always just kind of being myself. So
the other point is just, I mean, Matt has to do it. So there are only two real ways for Matt to do it. One is he sets up the cameras and does it alone. The other is a cameraman comes with him and shoots him doing it. Like you can't, right? Like the options are sort of limited because
you can't get too fancy with how you do the camera work.
Yeah, because he has to actually execute a school shooting and have his friend film him doing it.
Yeah, those yellow shirts. Sorry, those orange shirts. We're only here for the bad guys. Are using Cooper Black font, which is a font that I've always loved. We use Cooper Black for pretty much anything. I wanted to do the credits for this movie in Cooper Black, but just a bit too silly, I think, for the ending. I think people would have been like, I thought these guys were taking this seriously.
They won't have any illusions about that anymore.
Yes, I know. Anybody who thought we were taking this seriously now. Well, we are. I think we just have a sense of humor about how we make movies, which is why they are the way they are.
Yeah, it's true. We're tired, and this is not the first commentary.
Well, you don't have to
Obviously,
make
we do take the movie seriously.
Hey, come on. People know that. How could we have made this movie if we didn't? I'm trying to think of.
I started to realize, though, really it is true. If you wanted some insight into anything that has to do with anything besides references.
Well, if you're interested in like why we made this movie, then on other places on this disc are like tons, and I'm sure of Q&As and things from us on film festivals where we talk about all this stuff in detail. This is much more for like us to watch again and just laugh. I don't know the last person who's listened to audio commentary on a DVD at all. That song that I'm singing there is a very famous song about the video game Dota, a Warcraft 3 mod that I was obsessed with for about 4 years and played nonstop. And then Jay and I like that song a lot too. These are all members of my extended family. So I think in the big picture, references for this movie were, I guess, The Office and Man Bites Dog. Those are the two big ones. Probably. How we shot it? Definitely.
Oh, okay, in that sense.
Yeah. And then this scene, we also use this as the image for the film. This image of Matt just sitting there waiting.
Are you sucking on a chip right now?
No, I was sucking my finger that had the sour cream and onion stuff on it. In my pocket, you can see the bulge of the microphone, I think. And you'll see I'm still wearing those same pants that I had at the very beginning of the movie. I think because this guy's into costume, and he thinks those pants are lucky. And he thinks if he doesn't wear them, he's going to waste it. Just like Jared Leto in Requiem for a Dream. With the big, nasty vein. He's got to keep shooting it into the same vein. Now, none of these kids know what is about to happen. That's not true. They all know. How do you think a pretentious European director would be doing this commentary right now?
I don't know. You mean like
Here, I'm gonna do
a German?
I'll do a commentary. You try to guess who you think this is. Now, I think the scene. What we're trying to do here is show violence, but also show. Oh no, I'm trying to do like a really bad Quentin Tarantino, but it's coming off like Woody Allen.
It's a blend of the two.
It's a blend of Woody Allen and Tarantino. Yeah.
Oh boy.
These guys are hanging out. Pretty cool with me having a gun in my hand.
Yeah.
Let go of my hand, dude.
Yeah, if you watch the kids in the background, they're amazing. They're some of the best at this. Because we wanted it to be a school shooting where it seemed real, like loud things happen in a school all the time, and it's not like you hear a gunshot and everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's a school shooting right away." Like there's this moment of confusion, and it's not until like it begins that.
I was in my office last week, and this kid was yelling help as loud as he could upstairs. I let him yell 3 times, and then I went up to see what it was, and it was 2 kids joking around.
Exactly, because a school is a place where kids are, in many ways, at their worst, like yelling and screaming and doing all kinds of stuff. And so I think there's a naturally desensitized attitude among people that, like, I don't think a school shooting is like a gun comes out and people go insane. Like, 2 or 3 people have to die right in front of you before you're gonna be like, "Oh my god!"
No, but it's you. That's right. A sound, you wouldn't assume it was anything until you got confirmation.
And this idea, the ending, I mean, clearly this ending I think works for this film, but I think the idea of ending it just like that was inspired by the ending of Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene. I'll try to list these as fast as I can. The obvious ones are Star Wars, Back to the Future, The Goonies is next. Do you know these two, Owen?
Those ones, because they're very obvious.
Hackers,
Then I run out.
One of my favorite movies ever made.
Didn't know
Fight
that.
Club, super obvious. We probably stole more from that than any other movie. Doctor
Strangelove. Let's see what I can get. I bet I get no more. That one with Michael Cera.
Super bad. That is the butt from. Do you know it?
I don't know.
Lost in Translation. This is every Woody Allen movie. How he does his credits. This one is from
Halloween.
Very good.
Oh, the
Halloween.
pumpkin was helpful.
You guys know this?
Super famous. Don't know it. What is it?
It's Dirty Harry. Big Gun.
Yeah. See, that's where I said super famous. Don't know it. Don't have this one.
Mean Streets. First Martin Scorsese movie.
Something by the Coen Brothers. Heard that on the production commentary.
You don't know it?
No.
Miller's Crossing. A lot of these are Stanley Kubrick movies. So 2001. Diner.
Yeah, that one's easy. Only because it is.
Another Kubrick movie. This one's easy.
No.
The Shining. This one's Delicatessen, which is great because their cinematography is so good, just like Jared's.
An old movie.
Just
Casablanca?
like Yep.
Hey.
actually
I
my
would have said
favorite one.
Casablanca, but can't be.
No, The Hustler. This is a more obscure one. The Man with the $6 billion Brain.
Oh, cool.
I shouldn't say all of these, eh? I'll leave some of them.
Eh,
No, because
what is
some-
this? Mel Brooks Frankenstein.
Never get it. I want to leave the
Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, that was obvious. That was the last one put in.
You're not gonna say what the other one was. That's the
Well,
one. That's the
super
one.
hard ones I want to leave hard so that somebody can't just watch this and know them all.
Okay.
Because what's the fun? It's a James Bond movie. I won't tell you which one.
Casino Royale. No, Dr. No. With the blind man at the beginning.
This is the most obvious probably of all of them.
Airplane.
Airplane.
Yay. Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
This one's hard.
I just named the country movie. No Country for Old Men.
Yeah. And this one is obvious if you know it, but that's sort of the reference for all the credits. It's Anatomy of a Murder. All the Otto Preminger movies had wicked titles. Anyway, so now
That's
that
that.
you're done, do you think you'll ever act again in another movie?
I'm in a educational how to apply to university film coming out in the spring. You can only see it if you're in focus groups for the 2013 educational year.
Did you enjoy the process of being in this movie? I'm trying to get at something tangible for the end of this. What's your opinion on bullying and school violence?
It's bad. Bullies shouldn't do it.
Okay.
People shouldn't be
moving
violent
on.
in schools.
Do you think that that your acting in this is like reminiscent of the way that you really are, or was it really a performance?
I think that at the beginning, I was pretty bad and it wasn't clear on what was going on in the scenes, and I just think I've got a lot of really awkward beats in the first half of the movie. By the end, when I understood what was going on, I was just more relaxed in general, and then it becomes pretty natural, I think. Not a performance, though. Anytime that I'm good at all, definitely, it's because it's not because I don't know I'm on camera, but because I'm just reacting.
Because you lost yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
Same with me.
that's the challenge anyways, is just finding a way to lose yourself rather than thinking about finding a character.
And I'm exactly the same way. I think I have a lot more practice in just losing it on camera and just forgetting what I'm trying to do. And I think the best stuff that I do is when I'm laughing and I've lost control and I'm still trying to convince everybody that I have it together. And in the movie, I think you see that, and you're the exact same.
Yeah, for sure. Well, okay. Thanks everyone.
Yeah, thanks for watching the movie.
If you're the person who listened to the end, congratulations, you did it.
And Owen will marry you.
I'll do it. Spruce_Williams.
Yeah, you should have put your phone number at the end of it.
That was my Twitter handle.